Hi guys, today we're going to be doing something called pencil drumming. Now this is something that you can use either your drumsticks for, or today I'm going to be using pencils. I have two mechanical pencils here. It's not just limited to pencils though, you can use two highlighters, two pens, a pen and a pencil, two of any long writing utensil that you have will work perfect. It's just called pencil drumming for a name. So either drumsticks or your pencils. So let's get started. If I have my two pencils or my drumsticks in my hand, I'm going to hold them basically the same way that I would my normal drumsticks, except for these are so tiny that I can't hold them with an inch at the end of my stick, right? So I'm going to hold them basically to where they are like halfway inside of my hands. I think that would be a good comparison. They're about halfway up my hands, kind of right underneath my middle finger and my pointer finger. Now, as always, when you are drumming with drumsticks or pencils, make sure that you're in a quiet place. You won't bother one of your grown-ups working next to you, or your sibling doing music next to you, or a different class next to you. Make sure that you are in a quiet place, or that you find a way to do it in a quiet spot, such as like the carpet or a table. Me personally, I have a giant tower of things here. It's like I've got my hair tie holder, I've got a little statue, and I've got a box of expo markers here, dry erase markers, so that you don't have to do a tower of stuff. I'm doing a tower of stuff so that way you can see my pencil moving. And then I just put a tissue on top. So instead of hearing, you can hear more of it just dulls the sound just a tiny bit. So wherever works best for you to drum. Let's get started though. We're gonna continue today working with kind of doing two different things with both hands, right? And we're also gonna kind of work through our different stages of drumming. And then we will be all set for the day. So let's do that. Let's start with moving through our levels in drumming. So if we start level 1, we know that is quarter notes. We're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's switch. We're gonna go to eighth notes. Ready? Level 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and keep going as I talk. We're moving to level 3 next. Remember that 16th notes, so we can count that with pepperonis. It means we're fitting 4 hits into a beat. Ready? Go. Pepperoni, 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 pepperoni. Ready? Stop. Good job. So if you remember, you're always welcome to do both at the same time. But when you get to pepperonis or 16th notes, I find that it's really hard to go that fast with both of them at the same time. I find that, like I said, it's easier to alternate when you're going that fast, because then your pencils or your drumsticks aren't having to do twice the work, right? So let's go backwards with that now. Let's go backwards. So we're gonna start with our pepperonis, and we're gonna go to our level 2, which is our eighth notes, and then our level 1, which is our quarter notes. Ready? Go. Pepperoni, 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 pepperoni. Keep going. I had to find that rhythm. All right, ready? We're gonna cut that in half. Go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and good. I just dropped my little expo marker. So ready? We're gonna go down to level 1. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As we see, my tower did not work out super well. I'm gonna put it back. We're gonna try it one more time. This time we are going to move on to working on our hands doing different things at the same time. I'd say that if you want to do percussion in middle school, that's one of the most important skills that we can have, and it's a skill that's difficult for even me still, is being able to do different things with your hands at the same time. Because in percussion, it's a lot about hand-eye coordination. This hand, right, like I said before, can be up here doing the cymbal, while this hand is up here doing a completely different beat on a bass drum, right? So we want to be able to have our hands doing different things at the same time. So I want you to be able to have one hand going at a level 1, and then switch to where one hand's doing a level 1 and one hand's doing a level 2. So if they're both doing a 1, if I switched to where one was doing level 2, so as you can see, every time this pencil goes down just once, well, make sure that my tower stays. Every time this pencil goes down once, this other pencil goes down twice. So let's try that together. We're gonna try both pencils or both drumsticks going down at the same time. And then I'll say to split. And when I say split, make one of your pencils do double time. It's gonna be tricky. It's okay to mess up. I might mess up too, but let's try it. Ready? Together. Ready? Go. So we've got that steady beat, right? That 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now are you ready? Let's split. All right, let me stop that because it's gonna fall off. So as you can see, we wanna be able to and what I find helps me out there is the pencil or the drumstick that I'm putting down that's only doing like half of what the other one's doing. I kind of hold it down there so that way it stays and I'm not tempted to move it with the other one. So I'm kind of like resisting. I'm almost like holding down on myself so that way I resist coming back up at the same time as that orange pencil. Let's try it one more time. Ready? We're gonna start solo and then we'll switch. Not switch, we'll split and then we'll go back to same time, okay? Starting same time. Ready? Go. Ready? Split. Ready? Together again. Stop. Good. So as you can see, I kind of tricked you there where we started with just our quarter notes. And then when I re-split you, after I split you and then I put you back in together, I actually took the tempo of this pen and I went to our level 2, our 8th notes. So because I had this pen going at the quarter note, the level 1, and that's what we had started with, I decided, I'll go at the 8th note or the level 2. So that coordination though, of being able to split our hands, even at that most basic level, is gonna make us so much better as drummers. And it's gonna make it so much easier when we do move on to like drum kits or tenor drums where you have 5 drums in front of you at the same time. All right, guys, I will see you next week for our last virtual lesson. Bye.